Hello, my name is Abe. Welcome back to... I almost called it Dark Souls. It's Dead Cells, actually. And hey, you know what? Scythe Claw? I want to do more funky runs with what's giving me double damage? Left Scythe Claw, fantastic. I want to do more funky runs with, this color mutations. This is one way to do it. Oh, there's some damage. I do like Scythe Claw. It is, a little bit tough to use, but you know what? It's a classic weapon for melee survival. So why don't we give it a shot here and we'll see what happens. And if we get lucky, we'll have a good run too. If we get lucky, I won't, die to curse by falling off the level. Or, you know what, we could just get an oven axe that's legendary. I don't really want it. Hey. I don't really want it, but you know what, we could just hold it for later. Oh my god. Of course I kill him right after he hits me, or right before he hits me, rather. So why don't we just put this in our back pocket and we'll just keep this for a little while. Oven axe, very interesting, very slow, very good, actually. How much damage does it do? Not enough that I'm happy with right now. Okay, pick up the food. Unfortunately, we kind of have to rely on the food to keep us alive because we don't have any disengagements active. We just have double damage on the Scythe Claw, which, to be fair, I thought that it would give me a skull on the Scythe Claw if it does have double damage, but I guess because it's a two-part weapon, it's a two-handed weapon, and the negative is only on one of them, I guess that explains why I didn't get an indication that this was something that I have to worry about. But we'll deal. We'll deal. And if we're rolling survival, it's very easy to get health back, so this should be fine. A Plum, welcome to the stream. How's it going? Right Claw only run, says Zurozar. We could have, we could definitely use the Right Claw as our engager a little bit more. It does enough damage in one hit to, well, it's actually doing enough damage in one hit to kill everything. So yeah, we should definitely be using our Right Claw as an engager, I think. We get crits on the left one after we use the right one, but that seems a little unnecessary, doesn't it? How did you hit me? That's what I want to know. I want to know how you hit me. That should not have been physically possible. Hey. 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 Thank you. I think what I need to do, along with a lot of other things, is possibly just be more mobile. Because I don't think I'm as mobile as I need to be when I'm using something like the Scythe Claw. I always try to force the attack out instead of dodge rolling past the enemy and then queuing up another attack, which you can absolutely do with the claws. They're very fast. Well, they're slow, but they're fast for maneuverability's sake. Death Orb. You know what? I actually do not mind a Death Orb. The sickles, on the other hand, I have no idea how to properly use these. I know in theory what to do, but I always find myself just getting hit instead. But as, that's true for me and essentially every weapon in this game. That's not, one of 3 bows or crossbows. It's okay, we'll get through the floor, we'll re-roll the negative on this weapon, then we'll be fine. Okay, there's only 9 enemies left to kill, let's do it. It's like, as soon as the sickles start doing good damage, they just touch you and then they disappear, because it's kind of hard to position yourself in such a way that the Scythe Claws stay on the screen, hit the enemies, but then also don't hit yourself. I think that's my true, personal issue here with these weapons, that it is kind of hard to manage, but let's go to the Arboretum. Gonna try another route here through the DLCs because it's just a fun biome. It's like my most favorite path to go through, as long as I'm not trying to try hard into the most scrolls possible. Okay. So now we're saved. We will have to take this. Well, that's not true. I could have taken necromancy for a little bit of heal, but you know what? We're probably gonna get hit. Okay, we're definitely gonna get hit. There's no probably about it. Let's make sure that we can actually, you know, live here. So I did pick up one of the claws. I hate that this guy is like immune to damage a lot of the time. Okay, well, we got hit. But you know what? That doesn't seem that bad. A fun biome or what? I do enjoy this biome. Say what you will about it. The DLC biomes are fun and they got great music. Okay, careful. Okay. Health, pretty poor. Get that mouse pointer off the screen. Everything else, actually doing okay. I was trying to use the sickles. They just wouldn't hit that bird. Okay, we'll do it again. We'll do it again. That's at least like a quick one. This is, you know, I'm all about having a good time in Dead Cells now. At some point, we will have to go and re-flawless the two bosses that we kind of fake flawlessed before. But you know, I just wanna do weird stuff in the game right now. So I tell you what I'm gonna do. I do want to still go survival, but we can at least take this for now because it is a Nerves of Steel. Nerves of Steel. Sickles are trolling. I just like this, they're unreliable, and I think that's the thing that I don't like about them. Like, you can't really rely on them to get a kill when you need it or to hit an enemy when you need it. It's much better, I think, to have a skill that you could actually rely on in order to kill things. But we will go for another survival build here. We're just gonna be using this bow for the next couple of floors just until we scale up a little bit. Pierces all enemies. Man, that's good. Man, that's good. And it freezes too, which is actually not bad at all when you're dealing with ranged weapons. Come here. Man, it's just like, it's cheating. It's absolutely cheating. But again, we'll just find a new weapon and then we'll swap to it. I would love it. I would love to find another Scythe Claw and actually do a proper Scythe Claw run instead of dying on the Arboretum because I'm trying to use sickles. It's part of the reason why I do enjoy trying a whole bunch of new things in Dead Cells with new weapons and whatnot, but then I always just like fall back to old reliable standbys like Nerves of Steels. In before Abe sticks with Nerves of Steels. No, what's gonna happen is I'm gonna do this run and I'm gonna find like some good weapons that I like in other classes and we're gonna stick with survival. And then in like the Fractured Shrines, I'm gonna find a legendary bow and I'll be like, oh, well, that's what's gonna happen, huh? It's like the last run where we, not the last run, but like a couple runs ago where we had a Sonic Carbine, and then in the freaking castle, we found a legendary carbine. Like, it's just a weird place to find it that late in the game and for essentially no reason, but I'll happily accept it. Okay. Goodbye, Mushroom Boy. I know Mushroom Boy is good, except he's not. Stop trying to tell me he's good. Okay, we do not need his food. Recycle it. Get that food out of here. Whatever. You and your laser beam is kind of annoying. So you know what? Reveal invisible enemies is very good because we are going to go to the prison that has invisible enemies. Random weapon survival, let's do it. Broadsword boy's axe, that's what we're going to get. Let's get a little bit more money first, but that's like a perfect combination. I love getting like 8 kills in one shot. When we get enough money, we'll go buy that because that's kind of an ideal combo, isn't it? You can root the enemies, and then you've got a sword that's relatively fast and relatively not big and heavy, and then you can hit him in the back with the broadsword. Totally Not a Big Shot says, I got Meatball Boy today. I don't know what that means. Are you talking about something Super Meat Boy related? Now that's a game I haven't thought of in a long time. Oh man, you guys remember Meat Boy Forever? What a disappointment that was. I was really hoping that that would be like a proper Meat Boy sequel, and then it didn't actually turn out to be that. I would have, you know, maybe we should just like play Super Meat Boy again at some point. What would you say to that? I have been feeling like a good platformer lately, you know? We need a little bit more money. Actually, we can get 151 more gold easily. Unless there's gold in a floor, I don't think we have the cash for this. But I would love to get a boy's axe, because it does synergize with survival pretty much perfectly due to its rooting characteristics here. So I am thinking, okay, what if we do a real quick Google search here? Alexa, where are the floor runes in Dead Cells? Please give me more money. Is there a spider meat boy you could sell? It was in a door, so I don't think we could actually go sell that. Yeah, that's in a doorway, so Spider Meat Boy is unsellable because we have to pay money to get to him to sell him. So I'm just looking for another floor rune here. Come on, come on, come on. Force open the door and sell the item. That's not a bad idea. Doesn't it give you like 20 curse? The boy's axe would probably be able to get through a couple of floors on its own, and that would give us enough money to buy it. Sell the Nerves of Steel, it sells for $1. So I can get another 151, so we can get to 39.65, which is just barely not enough for this. I just need like another 100 gold and we can do it. I didn't find any other equipment on this floor, did I? No, it was just this. That's unfortunate. Well, you know what? Let's just go. We don't need steal the Hunter's Grenade. 50 curse isn't that bad. Now you're talking. We don't need the boy's axe because the broadsword doesn't need the boy's axe. You know, you don't have to lock down the enemy that much. You can just roll past them because it's a fast enough weapon for it. So this is totally acceptable. Hey, there's my money. All right. Every time, man, every time. Cork just says, ha, 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 ha. Thanks. Thanks a lot. Why did I go to emergency triage? I think if you have, like, if you don't have mutations or if you just re-rolled it, I think you should be able to re-roll it, you know? Just give yourself a little bit of an opportunity to test, right? Very surprised that wasn't able to actually get a kill, honestly. But you gotta get that crit to really do it. You know, I don't even know if you're gonna get to me at any point. You're kind of not working the way I would expect, my friend. And you are not burning because you went into the fire. Whatever. As we get random additional stats in other things, e.g., a little bit of brutality, this grappling hook will start to kill in one shot now. I mean, really, if we get anything, this grappling hook will start to kill in one shot. Excuse me. You know, if I get 1 point in brutality, the grappling hook will kill. If I get 1 point in survival, it'll kill. So let's take 1 point in brutality, and now the grappling hook is doing only an extra 11% damage. Okay, I kind of thought it would be a little bit more than that, but that's fine. Gotcha. Just use everything on that guy. Effed his day up. By the way, your malaise tier's increased? This feels a lot better than the last run, though, with the nutcracker. I figured that would happen. That's fine. Well, I guess we're here now. You know, it's feeling just a lot simpler to pilot. And it's just more straightforward. You know, we're just hitting. Almost kills, it's so close. Totally not a big shot says, I just got the pure nail from sitting on a bench. I love it. I tried to use the pure nail in Dead Cells, and I didn't really enjoy it when I used it. It requires, I think, a little bit too much focus on mechanics that you're not quite used to. Whatever, get out of here. E.g. having to, like, downwards attack on an enemy. The heck? You know, there's not a lot of up and down attacking in Dead Cells. To put that on the pure nail kind of throws me off a little bit. Being able to move while attacking is kind of interesting, though, but... Random weapons. Can we get something else? Well, there's a giant killer, and that would be a nice thing to have. That does, like, literally nothing. Halo. Say Halo? Like the video game? Like the video game? Barry Shield 5. I'll take it. Why is one of them so much more expensive? Slows down nearby enemies when they die? Who cares? It's the same DPS. Well, we'll buy the cheap one and we'll bring it with us. It's all right. It's a very good way to, you know, guarantee ourselves basically the kill on the mom and tick, because it's like the perfect type of weapon to have on a fight like that. Everything's so slow. Hello, Yeeter. I don't care about getting hit. I will still kill you. I will still kill you. Hey. You I'll deal with in a minute. I'm liking this run, though. So definitely something that's going to take a little while to correctly pilot, but I still like it. Random skills. Believe it or not, I actually still like the equipment that we have for the next floor, because being able to knock the enemies around will partly keep us safe during the prison area. Of course, I could just, yoink. Of course, I could just, you you know, get some grenades or something to make that part a little bit easier as well. Hey. Thank you for the food, at least. All right, more survival, more survival. You son of a... After dealing with all those enemies, I just get one little mushroom boy who's hiding in the freaking poison, not the poison, but like the fire. What an absolute jerk. Hey, come here. We'll have to replace this, within the next couple of floors, so we will have to replace the skills that we have, because, you know, we're not getting that much extra scaling out of the grappling hook, unfortunately. It's just enough to kill these enemies, but that's not gonna stay true eventually. What the heck is this? Firebrands. Fire damage can scale pretty nicely. Legendary weapons in the late game are actually kind of nice because you can just shoot one enemy and then run away and then they'll eventually die. That being said, Nerves of Steel would help out a lot for the next floor. Ooh, what about oil and then... Yeah, okay, oil, and then the firebrands. Hey. Instead of the shield, and then we'll keep the Nerves of Steel in case this doesn't work and I need to actually be able to correctly parry. Or no, sorry, if I need to kill enemies at a distance in order to keep myself alive in the prison area or something. And that's... It's pretty good damage. It might be a little bit on the slower side, but it's good enough for now, I think. Hello. Hello. We'll say it's kind of annoying that these guys don't really die in... Well, no, I guess they do die. It just takes a while before they die. Okay, so brutality. Hello. Please leave. It's a nice little DOT at least. It's getting the job done, kind of. Oh. It does take a while for the enemy to actually die, but get in here so you can burn. And I guess the fire damage, I guess because we got this so early, it's not really scaling like we would want, at least not yet. But it'll get there, I'm sure. Ruby Amulet reveals invisible enemies, but we already have one of those. Please spread those out across more runs. We still have a lot to do, oh my lord. It's like sometimes sometimes the game really early on gives you the map and other times you gotta scrounge for it, huh? I'm not gonna spend my money this early. There's not really much there I want. So let's keep going. We got another chest to open as well. What custom settings am I using? Only custom outfits. I like having custom outfits because I think it adds a little bit of amusement to have the game choose my outfit for me at random. At random, at runtime. Excuse me. Excuse me. He just jumped to his death. It's where they removed this from normal game. What, the custom random outfits? It's not that hard to enable, and it doesn't ruin your ability to get achievements or anything, so, you know, it's just a custom thing. What if people wanted to not have their outfit reroll? Uh-oh. Still more to do, huh? It's a lot to do down here. I'm liking it. Hold on, there's a tentacle down there. You might, well, we've already gotten our... Oops, we've already gotten our malaise cleared, so we can take a little bit of time just to get like an extra 600 gold. Why not? Okay, now. There's a little bit of food remaining. Should probably grab it. Our malaise is still pretty low, and then the exit is down here. That was not a bad floor. It's not a bad floor at all. It'll be a little while until this firebrand really does what I want it to do. I guess that's the thing that I need to realize. It's not really the most damage ever right now. The DOT is nice. It will kill an enemy. It just takes a while. You know, this is not a late game run legendary alchemical carbine. Not yet, anyways. I forgot to buy a giant killer. Well, luckily we got one. I'll dump the nerves of steel. We have fire, which means we have range damage. And I don't think there's any reason to modify anything, unless we want to modify this to... Biter's Crawl from the Dead is not bad, but I was kind of hoping for something else. Then, screw healing. Just take necromancy. Screw healing on curse, and you get more curse. I would much rather just have necromancy and then eat the food before you leave. I'm not going to be able to get hit 0 times, but now I can at least get hit few times. Yeah. Yeah. I love that flings the door wide open. They really do take a long time to die, huh? Might not be as quick as I would have wanted. Hey. Okay, you are gonna die. I do see you. You're not fooling anyone, mister. This is really not as fast as I would have wanted it to be. Hey. Okay. Hello. Yeah, like, the thing that's doing the most damage here is not the fire, at least not yet. It is just the sword. Let's stick with the sword being the thing that we're relying on here, not the fire. Hey, you. Please fall, thank you. I guess I can, like... Whoops. I can just, like, toss out one of these, like, in between shots. Thank you. Hey, come here. I guess it's really not that bad. Definitely could be a little bit faster, but that's okay. Should have just used the grappling hook on him. Please. Hello? 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 Oh my god, he got stuck. I do love the crits from this, at least. Very good crits. Hey. Oh, good, it's the crystal one. It's my favorite elite. You know what? That wasn't that bad of damage. Could you, like, stop that, though? Well, I don't know why you hovered in the air for so long, my friend. Was it it's probably, you know, enemies slow down on death. Because it's always enemies slow down on death. Okay, hold on. Don't know what happened there. Oh, good lord. I don't know why you're still wanting to follow me. I'm making it hard for you, and yet you still think that you can kill me. I'm not gonna let you, of all enemies, kill me. We're only halfway done. Okay. Oh man. How do you think this would perform against the Mama Tick? How much? We'll get Death Orb, I think, before we leave. I think that's what's gonna give us the best chance here. I was really hoping to get the crit, but you know what? That's fine. Hello? 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 You know, at least enemies are still dying in relatively good time. I also completely forgot about the fact that I actually can see invisible enemies. I've just been hoping that they've been where I need them to be in order to kill them, I think. A little bit of a my bad on that. You know, I do like the grappling hook oil grenade combo because they go out quickly. You know, it does not take long for you to do a quick LT, RT, and then also attack. This has been, like, strangely awesome. Just like, you know, classically comfortable loadout here. Using the grappling hook to just pull the enemies into me. It's been strangely awesome. Although, might be a good time to think about getting rid of it because it doesn't really scale that well. So you know what? Give me a cluster grenade. And then we'll backtrack to pick up that giant killer that we left in the door. Yoink. And then we'll put this on the broadsword, hold it, oven axe. Oven axe is actually not that bad, because it's not as slow as you would think. And the first hit does still do massive damage. The broadsword is way easier to use, I think, so goodbye, Oven Axe. Maybe later, maybe on another run. And then we'll just do a quick little backtrack here. Necromancy, you know, made sure that we were at 50% health when we're leaving the floor. That's like an ideal spot to be at. Well, 100% would be ideal, but this is second best. Well, no, 99 would probably be second best. At least we're not cursed, all right? At least we're not cursed. I actually got a 47 kill combo too, which is awesome. I'll probably still eat the food when we leave. Just because I would like to be at full health or close to it, going down to the next floor. Dealing with those ticks is kind of annoying. Kind of annoying. Dealing with ticks. Where are we? Going here? Going here? Wait, what's in the corner then? Nothing. I think in the past like 2 days, I've only gotten one challenge rune on this floor, unfortunately. And then you know what? Death Orb instead of the oil grenade also seems kind of cool. So we're rolling fire just to enable a little bit of extra damage. We do have spreads oil on the Death Orb, but it doesn't also do extra damage, but the grenades do extra damage on a oiled burning target. So maybe there is a little fire synergy here that we can kind of enable to a small extent. As is, you know, at least those items are killing enemies a lot faster than we were doing it before. Although we did lose the grappling hook, unfortunately, but I think it's for the best. A little bit of money. Really, we didn't have any food. Maybe we already ate the food. I don't know. Maybe I just missed it. Regardless, let's get the heck out of here. No ossuary. Instead, morass. We're gonna take. I don't know what we're gonna take. Gastronomy would be a lot of fun because it does increase your damage. So why don't we consider that? I do like it to increase your damage for the next floor. So take a little gastronomy. We're gonna be scaling, you know, hard into survival. I just ate it. Well, I ate the clean food. There should be a dirty piece of food in one of the walls. So I was thinking maybe I just. Oh. Like just missed it or something. It's like the best fight I've ever had against one of those. That was like normally I take a lot more damage on them, so I'm very happy how that turned out. Gotta deal with that. Hey, come here. Okay, hey, come here. We took a little hit. Oh, you are gonna poison me. Could you like not do it repeatedly though? Could have gone better, could have gone worse, but that's a good like test of the combo, I think. What's the combo? The combo is, you know, LT and RT for different types of engagements. Hey, you're supposed to be getting one of those. Although I need to remember that Death Orb does not go like infinitely in one direction. Perfect timing for that. Also, don't forget to like light enemies on fire. That's a big part of this too. Just, you know, toss out a little bit of fire and it almost kills them before they get to you. You might have to hit him with fire a couple of times to actually kill him, but that's still not bad. Okay, there's our curse chest. Let's give it a shot. I'll probably be a little bit more of a coward for 10 kills, but that's fine. I mean, I guess we are on a 32 kill streak. That's not bad. 200 DPS for 3 seconds per tick of fire damage is not bad either. All right, let's give it a shot. We'll go in the tough direction too. Tough direction because of these jerks who can hit you with their darts and get you killed immediately. So why don't we maybe coward strat it up a little bit. Seemed a little scary. Okay, one more kill. You know what? That'll do it. I'm glad we dealt with it. What the heck? Dude, I gotta reroll the stuff on this sword. The freezing of enemies is not treating me well. Especially the bombers. It's the second time that happened too. Where a bomber just kind of hovered in the air temporarily. I know we lose out on seeing invisible enemies, but it's not that important right now. Okay, let's move on down over in this direction. We gotta go deal with the big tick too. Excuse me. More scrolls, okay. Oh my god, just pick up the money. Okay, light them on fire. Light them on fire. Probably shouldn't fight the tick without any of our skills active, but you know, what's the harm? Turns out there's a lot of harm because this freaking jerk Okay, the rat, less of a problem. Okay, I'm being very cowardly here. Okay, careful. Yo. Please die at some point. Okay, we're healing up. We're healing up. We get a lot of health back per kill, so we're already at 25%. And you know, there's a little bit of food there in case we need it later. Oh. Thank you. Elite Cleaver? He wasn't there a second ago. He just turned into that elite. Wait a minute. You're still not dead? Okay, now you're dead. Hey, you. Just gonna let you burn. You know, the fire damage, it's starting to scale. It just takes a while. It's a 300 DPS right now. Just realized that it is going to do absolutely nothing on the tick, but you know, we've got the broadsword, and the broadsword should be good enough on its own. We've done this before. Miniman Welcome says, I just died on the last phase of the collector. I'm done for the day. Lol. Hey. Hey. I do love killing those guys out of the air with a broadsword. That is very satisfying. Our damage is looking good too. Okay, that was an accident. Because when have I ever done anything in this game on purpose? We get a lot of cells at this stage of the game, don't we? Are you kidding me? 2 curse chests? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 enemies remaining. Are we still summoning enemies? Please tell me we're still summoning enemies. I don't want to have to do that again. I don't want to. I will if I have to. Was there a door? There's a doorway. Okay, hopefully there's enemies in the doorway. 2 curse chests, huh? Guess that's understandable. Ooh, crits in water? No. Broadsword's good enough. Malaise did clear. Well, hopefully there's enemies in the doorway. There's not guaranteed to be, but I'll risk it. Oh. We did just kill off a mama tick recently. We can do it again if we have to. And if we get lucky, there will be a few enemies remaining on the way down. It's not what I was hoping for, but I'll take it. There's an enemy over here as well. Then jump and fall next level. Quiet you. It's a lie. I've never done that before. Okay. Well, you scared the crap out of me. You know what? No reason not to take that. No, it's because I wanted to sell it, you dummy. Okay, I forgot to sell it. Whew. Okay, let's go this way. I'm hoping that there's more, like, worms in the nests, but they usually just aggro as you travel anyways, so. Seems rather unlikely that there's gonna be more. You know what, since we're over here, let's go grab that sword. You know, giant sword, not that bad. We can 13,000 DPS. It's gonna chop through the boss pretty quickly. I just hope it doesn't stun the boss. It only slows down enemies when they die. Okay. Please tell me there's enemies in here. Let's go. Just be careful. Just be very careful. Just like chill for 20 seconds. No, hold on, where's the teleporter? Teleporter's over here. Let's go put this down by the teleporter. Because I, kind of forgot to do that. Hello? Hello? It does a good job of killing. What the heck? Let's actually go. Yeah, it doesn't go forever. It goes far, but not forever. Just grab that real quick. Well, that seemed a little unnecessary now in hindsight, doesn't it? Because we don't actually care about the melees on the next floor, because it's just going to be the boss fight. So that's probably a bit of a quick purchase. And you know what? There's plenty of enemies remaining, so we would have been fine. And there's the food. We are going to sell the food. Random weapons. Let's see what we got. Anything that replaces what we currently have? I don't think I need the boy's axe. What we have is fine. A better broadsword. Quite a bit better. I would also love a better giant killer. It's actually the same level, so we do not need to get this. Okay, in that case, we're gonna leave. We're gonna count our lucky stars, and we're gonna get the heck out of here. So I'm just gonna do this really quick, just in case there was some extra food. Oh, right, also the elite. Don't forget about that. Damage you take is inflicted on enemies. No, thank you. Okay, we're out. We're done. And even if we fall on the next level, everything will be okay. Couldn't actually recycle it for a second there. So we have a giant killer. The fire does literally nothing, but that's fine. All we gotta do is just dodge and hit. And we hit way harder than we did the last time we did this, so it should be easier. I'm noticing a few dropped frames, but it looks like it just came back. Just a little temporary hiccup, which is good. And gotta remember to also use our skills. Just to do some extra raw damage. Ironic outfit. Mama tick, mama tick, mama tick, it is just a mama tick. Don't blink. If you blink, you'll miss it. So two of them right on top of each other. I just let that one hit me. That's the hard one. That's the one I don't know how to dodge. If they appear right on top of each other, how are you supposed to dodge them? I guess just have a shield, or just hope that you don't have them right on top of one another, because if the tentacles are on top of one another, you're gonna get hit. Hello, Malaise tier. Oh, come on. Could pair if you had a shield. Yeah, I guess it's just have a shield or a cocoon or something. And then if they do appear right on top of one another, you can do two dodges instead of one, because I'm getting better at this fight, and that's what hits me a lot of the times right now, is two tentacles right on top of one another. So maybe there's like some different types of movement that you could throw in there that might pull you away from that. But if you try to dodge roll into the middle of the arena, you could still get hit. Like that doesn't save you necessarily. Well, what is this? Actually good. So I don't quite know how best to throw in extra movement or something to stop that. It's just have a shield, I guess. A lot of times, though, I don't want to have a shield at that point. Shields, they do kind of interrupt the fight if you try to use a shield against the claw from Mama Tick when she's up, but when she's under the ground, you just gotta have one. And sometimes when I try to use a shield, it doesn't work anyway, so... maybe that's also what it is. It just feels like a little bit inconsistent even in the best of times. Hey, get out of here. Where the heck is my teleporter at? There it is. I was wondering, it was like, at some point I do want to be able to, you know, oh good. At some point I do want to be able to drop off this sword that I'm not going to be using. Okay, you know what? Fine. Okay, you know what? Just gonna freaking die then, I guess. Gotta kind of go back for the food now. I got stuck in a place I shouldn't have been stuck. Okay, just grab that. It heals you up, what is it, like 85% or 83% of your HP? That's fine. It's a lot easier, apparently, to dodge these traps when they're all traveling in the same direction as you're moving. Clockwise. Oh, good lord. Alright. Let's go grab it. Be a good time for a frantic sword. I know my melee's tier is increasing. I know. You don't gotta tell me. Frame drops? Yeah, I dropped like a couple of frames. They seem okay now. Fire grenade. 600 DPS. Firebrands are getting there. I don't think we need a fire grenade if we have firebrands. I like this brand of fire. Still don't count. Okay, don't miss this jump this time. Don't miss that either. You just jumped to your death, huh? Maybe he did, maybe he didn't. Hey, you. Yeah, I like that. Like that. Oh my god! Okay, get out of here. He's dead. He's dead. He's dead. No. Look. I know you're annoying. You know you're annoying. We all know you're annoying, okay? What do we get? What do we get? What do we get? Skewer, tornado, and Tesla coil. Well, Tesla coil's pretty good, but meat skewer, no thank you. I want to roll survival weaponry. Tornado, I think, is kind of trash. So it's kind of just Tesla coil, huh? It's not bad. A lot of shock damage. It's actually very good against the Scarecrow himself. Interrupts his timing somewhat, but there are worse fights than him. Well, that was unexpected. Oh, that was also unexpected. Okay, I really thought you would have died. That's also kind of unexpected. I want the fire to be killing enemies faster. We need a lot more upgrades before that becomes a possibility, I think. Hey. Get out of here, bird. Did you jump over my firebrand? It's a little on the rude side. Although I do like that this is like, hit him with the firebrand, and then hit him with one shot from the sword, and it's enough damage that they will die. So, you know, the fire's not doing it on its own, but a fire plus something else will do it. You're gonna hit me once, I don't care. I will accept, you know, one hit. We'll heal. How come sometimes those guys, like, their animation breaks, or like their AI breaks, I should say. They just kind of hover in the air and don't do anything. Very strange. Very strange. Little bomber dudes. Bomber dude. There might be more enemies in there. I'm not gonna pay attention to those. I'm gonna go. Neither of those were pickup. That was RB, not X, not Y. This is what happens whenever I get a run like this, where I'm hitting a lot of different buttons that attack instead of just X. I'm like, okay, Y is X, don't forget to use your skills, and then open a door. What? Wrong button? What do you mean wrong button? Hey. Careful. I love that he died, and I loved how he died. See ya. Wouldn't want to be ya. Where did I throw that? I didn't even see you. Hey, leave me alone. We're doing fine, we're doing fine. We got a lot more to do too on this floor. Hey, you. Symmetrical lance, no thank you. Wow, we haven't even gone through this door yet. It's a lot of passageways we haven't explored fully. Random weapons. Well, we're gonna keep looking. We're always gonna be looking for new weapons if we can find them. Not the Nutcracker, though. A new giant killer, same level as the last one. I guess this floor is the same level as the last floor, huh? We did get a punishment shield, which I think I'm gonna probably, no, I think I'm probably gonna dump the firebrands. The fire damage isn't doing it for me. And we need a shield if we're gonna be fighting the Scarecrow. So you know what, let's dump it right now. And refamiliarize ourselves with how to actually play this game when you have a shield. It'll drastically simplify my own button mashing too. Shit, we're killing the enemies in one shot, which is pretty decent. Hey, how's it going? Where are you gonna put that? There's nowhere for that to go. There's none of the level remaining. It's falling out from underneath you. Random skills. I'm loving the grenades though. I hate that it has a 20-second cooldown, but it is doing the job that I need it to do. Now, Giant Whistle is great, and Telluric Shock is also great. And with a 10-second cooldown, I do think that would be better, especially for the next floor. So you know what? Give me a little bit of an inversion. Yeah, and that's exactly why. You still have enemies spawning in. Hello, bird. I'm not exactly pleased. There's a thing? I'm not exactly pleased that the birds are fixed, but you know what? I understand why. They had to be fixed. Thank you for the scroll. Didn't want to pass that up. And what's left? Don't forget the giant killer, but for now we got more to explore. Donk. I think it would be cool if there was a game mode where you could, like, pick your legendaries. I know that you get 3 choices on this floor, but they weren't the choices I would have wanted for myself. I wouldn't have picked them. I guess that's the point, right? The point is to, oh, wrong button. The point is that you gotta make do with what you have, right? That's a weird little passageway. Whoops! Again, a little bit of wrong button there. I keep thinking that that's gonna be the turret, except I just swapped those abilities. Goodbye. There's nothing here. All right. Oh, I don't know. I was gonna say maybe I understand why that room doesn't seem to spawn that much anymore, and I think it might be because I disabled lore rooms. But you can get a room after fighting the guardian, and it's just like a room with a chest in it. So maybe it's related to the lore rooms. Maybe it's not. I don't know. I knew there was something there. Let's get the heck out of here. Goodbye, firebrands. Not everyone likes to see the random legendary get sold, but you know what? It has to happen sometimes. Yeah, there's always 2 guardians on a floor. There's 3 if you haven't unlocked Serenade, but there's 2 guardians on the floor. The first door always gives you 3 legendaries. The second door, it's either a lore room or treasure room. So I've noticed lately I've been getting that room, or sorry, I've been fighting that guardian, there's been no doorway. It's because I disabled the lore rooms, and that would explain why we're not getting anything. Normally it would be a lore room, but it's not spawning, so it's just nothing. If it was a treasure, I'm sure there would be a door there. Or maybe it'll never be a treasure because it's disabled. I don't know. All right. Hold on. A little rude. This might be a little bit speedier than normal going through this, but that's kind of the point, isn't it? Brutality. How do you get biome map? Isn't it just here? Select X, switch display. I don't remember if I had to unlock. I don't think I had to unlock anything to get the map. Pretty sure it was just there. A normal thing. Maybe we should have bought the malaise reduction on the last floor. It's not gonna be that bad, I don't think. Really, I should have just not bought it on the previous floor. Because there was no reason to. Yoink. I'll take this. It's not an unlock, so it's just built in. That's good, honestly. You know, not everything in this game has to be a freaking unlock. It could just be a feature. You know, this game has a convenient map. Did I do 1.7 million damage? That does not make sense. That can't be right. It must be a mistake. I must be wrong. If I did 1.7 million damage, I'd be extremely happy about the state of things. You know what I'm liking? I'm really liking gastronomy. It is just like, it's still active. Hey, get out of here. And it fits the idea of just like, you know, quickly going through a floor when you've got the bonus. That gastronomy bonus is still going strong. 31% right now too. So 2 food items. That's unfortunate, but we still didn't trigger disengagement at least. And we're back up to 50% health. Happens remarkably fast. I don't know what hit me. Disengagement's, or sorry, not, well, disengagement is still active, but the gastronomy food bonus is still active too. I wonder if you like really speedrun, if you can like stack up multiple floors worth of gastronomy bonuses. Like from the last floor into this floor, do you think we could get like 6 stacks or something? We'd have to speedrun a lot, like really freaking fast. Oh, I don't believe there's an enemy in there. Hey, you. Excuse me. Ooh, dead end. This might be like, gastronomy frenzy might be an interesting combination, because with frenzy you do want to go as fast as you can killing all the enemies. Kind of feels like that's what we're doing. But I guess that's just the brutality's way of doing things with frenzy, and I just never have that speed bonus lasting as long as I would want it to be. Could you stop hitting me? That's a big food item too. Hold on. 1.5% after a kill. Oh man. We're easily back up to 50% health. Actually, we're at 52% health somehow. Works very well. Very, very well. Did we find both food? We did. Also not a cursed chest. Which is very helpful because I don't really want to have to try to fight the boss without getting hit. I guess we did lose the gastronomy bonus, but it lasted for like the whole floor. That's kind of awesome. So what do we have? Level 11 equipment. I would love a level 11 giant killer or shield or broadsword or scythe claw, but we're not rolling scythe claw for this next area. So we want the giant killer. Let's go back and grab our other one, then we'll come back here and then pick up this one. Hold on, this is gonna be a big backtrack. Giant killer. You're gonna be sold. I guess we're not quite done. Not quite done yet anyways, but we're getting there. Enemies are still spawning in, which is totally acceptable. Melee's cleared. Never mind, we're done. Screw those guys, I hate them. There's an enemy down here. I don't need to go down to fight all the enemies, but just in case one of them has like another stack of food, you know? If I want to try to get the max food bonuses, we might as well actually get the max food bonuses. Also, how did you get in here? I thought I went into that room and there was no one in there, so you are a sneaky boy. We'll come back for the food. I know we're backtracking for the food, but I'm actually kind of just backtracking for the shops and whatnot. Random skills. We have a shield, we don't need to get like a cocoon or something, so we just want maybe just a better skill. Mushroom Boy is pretty good against Scarecrow, but I don't want to interrupt his timings or anything. Oh, we do have Cocoon Survival. I didn't realize that. We do have Ice Armor. You know, we could take that if we think that we might screw up one of the parries. But honestly, if we screw it up, we screw it up. I'll live with it. All right, and then there's a chest. We're taking our sweet time here, but there's a lot of loot to go pick up now that we just ran through everything immediately on the first pass. There's another enemy too. And some exclamation mark somewhere that I'd prefer didn't exist, so thank you for finally dying. You annoying, annoying jerk. And there's a Hokuto's bow? For a second I thought it might be legendary because it dropped from an enemy, but it wasn't, it was just a bow. There we go. Hello? And we are done. So let's go back to the teleporter and get the heck out of here. Ultimately, not that long of a floor, even though we did like have to backtrack through it to pick up all the loot too. Papa Static, welcome to the stream. It's gonna be a bit of a walk for the food, but regardless, get our gastronomy bonus, fight Mr. Scarecrow, go back, grab, or rather buy a new giant killer. I like the gastronomy bonus because it mostly helps for bosses. So if you don't need, well rather, if you're not about to fight a boss, if you're just like on, you know, the Arboretum, you know, if you're on the promenade, you can just eat the food for health if you want. You got the choice with the gastronomy. Do you want the healing or do you want the extra damage for like a boss fight? It works on both biomes. It works on the biomes with enemies. It works on the biomes with bosses. It's great. Yo, actually get your sword though. Okay, hold up. The whole point of this little backtracking was to grab the freaking sword. He almost failed it. And see if we can get another broadsword. Whoops. Nope. All right. At least I remembered. At least I did remember. I thought you were seriously going to leave, Sis Quark. I was about seriously going to leave. Never understood how to get in the high places without the plant grow thing. Oh, the vine rune. You basically have to get the vine rune. You have to get the vine rune before you can leave the promenade, I believe. Okay. Plus damage, crit plus damage. Giant killer is great. We've got a shield as well. This might be a good opportunity for spite. It would increase the damage of the shield like a lot. Oh my god. What would we get rid of? Disengagement? I really like disengagement. I think we'll just fight normally. Well, normally in the sense that, you know, I've got a Tesla Coil, Telluric Shock, Giant Killer, Punishment, and, you know, we'll just hopefully flawless the Scarecrow, even though we might not. We'll try it. And then we'll decide where we're gonna go, because we could go and fight the Collector, we could go and fight the Lighthouse. I do like having the options of fighting them both. He's taking a lot of damage. I got hit once because one of my parries didn't connect. He was too far away from me. I mean, it was still a great fight. I hate getting hit once, but, you know. It's one of those situations I wish he had a longer scythe, because I parried, he was just out of range. Well, that's annoying, but still, good fight. Punishment shield did what we needed it to do. I think I probably just dodge rolled too far away from him. So I guess if I just turned around a little bit faster, I could have been closer to him, and then we could have gotten the parry or whatever. I'm not gonna worry about that too much. Now, who do we fight? Giant Killer, Punishment Shield, Telluric Shock, Tesla Coil. Do we go to the Lighthouse or to the Collector? Both of them suck, but you know what? We have a shield, and I think the Collector is more important to have a shield on, so let's go for him instead. And I'll even do something extraordinarily dumb. We'll go to everyone's favorite biome. Incentivized. Yes, I do understand how that works. Thank you very much for that. All right, let's just see how screwed we are on this biome with the level generation we get. Oh, fantastic. Yo, put the sword away, please. Okay, heal up. There goes one health. One health flask. You know what? That worked extraordinarily well. Definitely use those whenever possible, whenever the need warrants. Use your ability, thank you. Necromancy keeps us going here. We don't need to worry about the health being over 50%. We just need it to be at 50%. Excuse me. Excuse me. Probably should use those barrels to blow open the walls, right? Like, use your head, pull them towards you, and then actually use them for a purpose. Telluric Shock 10. It's better. Glitching out, is there a clip of this glitchiness? Of my, like, last boss flawless glitchiness? There are clips of it. I don't know where they are, though. I'd have to Alt-Tab and look them up. You're gonna hit me? Okay. Still getting hurt a little bit. And now we have to do Bomberland, huh? I'd rather not do Bomberland. Maybe we'll wait until disengagement comes back, because Bomberland is a horrible place to experience firsthand. The barrel delayed explosion? Okay, like I believe that. Get out of here. I mean, this isn't what I'd like. I still would like disengagement. Normally I enter this room from the bottom and it's absolutely horrifying. So to enter it from the top actually feels like a bit of a reprieve from the normal BS-ery that we have to deal with. I don't even know how to like approach this situation. That's a good start. And then can we go this way? Oh, it's a teleporter. Awesome. What about double Tesla coil? No, this sucks. It only does 100 damage. Here I thought, oh, wait a minute, I'm brilliant. Maybe not quite so brilliant. Hey, come here. Hey, hey. Also, there's something up here. It's not worth it. I dropped it? You can drop it? Come here. I just want to sell it. Sell it! Okay. Before the enemies start spawning in. Okay, at least I know where this is. Okay, stop it. Oh my god. Yo, give me a barrel. Urgh. Thank you. No, 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 this way. Oh my freaking lord. I know it's not ready yet. Give me my head. Yo, get. All right, I got an idea. What if I'm, no. Okay, the turret will keep me safe. I think if I'm in the wall, it'll explode on impact, so. Yeah, okay. If you're in the wall, it'll explode on impact. Oh my god, get the heck out of here. Got the key. I wanna fight more enemies to you know, deal with how are you not dying to that? Wanna kill more enemies. Whoa! I'm fine. I'm not fine. Hey. Hey. Hey, you. Fire. Give me a second. Shut up! I'll deal with you and your people in a minute. Dude, so I really actually thought that the trap would destroy the barrel, but I guess it doesn't. I thought it actually did. Maybe not. Maybe I have no idea what I'm talking about here. Okay, there should be a teleporter over here. Grab the teleporter. If we do more exploration, there's more enemies and an exit. So let's get a little bit more health going. I don't want to be here. What if we go down from this place? Yeah. This is just like normal combat. This is perfect. No. Hey, what's going on? Hey, I'm back at 51% of health. It's like nothing even happened prior. Hey. I'm surprised that that's not actually one-shotting you. It really should. I would think so anyways. Oh, no! You freaking... I don't believe it. I actually don't believe it. Disengagement wasn't active. I hate that biome so much. The distillery is the absolute worst place in the entire game. So I say this every time I go there. I don't think I'm ever gonna go to the biome again. I I keep trying it out, thinking that it's going to be a fun time on a run where I want to just have a good time myself. And then I just get hit by lots of barrels and then just die because the turret doesn't actually destroy the barrels, even though I think it probably should. I mean, it's like AoE electrical damage, it's not frying the barrel. You just get sniped out of the air by these barrels, and sometimes the level generation is so bad that you're guaranteed damage. So it is an awful level. And I think I don't have post-it notes on my desk, but if I did, I would put a post-it note on my computer screen saying, "Do not go to the distillery ever again because it's a bad level." Yeah, it's just not a fun level with the barrel launchers and everything. I like the enemy design and I like the level design. I just don't like the platforming around barrel traps, especially when you have a hard time seeing them a lot of times off the screen. Well, anyways, hey, for those of you on YouTube, thank you very much for watching. Like the video if you enjoyed it, subscribe for more, check me out on Twitch for when I go live, support me on Twitch, Patreon, and Streamlabs, and I hope to see you here again for the next run of Dead Cells.